40 words and sentences that I use to encourage the young people that I mentor. If you have a child, or you have a young person, or you are a mother, there are 40 words that I use that you can use to encourage your child. Now, you got to be deliberate about it. It got to be intentional for you to be able to carry out those words. Now, number one, always tell a child, well done. When a child does something, tell him or her, well done, right? Number two, always tell a child or a young person, good job. Even though it doesn't seem good, but tell the child, good job. You have done a good job. That's brilliant, right? The number three, always tell a child or a young person, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Those are the three highlighted words from my 40 words stroke sentences that I use to encourage young people around me. I'm coming back very soon for the next 3. See you. Number 4 words or sentence you can say to a child is be bold. Be bold. Encourage a child to be bold. Then number 5, right? Number 5 thing you say to a young person or a child is you are the best. Always tell your child or a young person you are the best. That's a word of encouragement. Then number 6, keep making friends. Keep making friends. Number 7 encourage word that you have to say to your child or to somebody is don't give up. Never allow a young man or a young person or a young child give up. Tell them don't give up. Number 8 word of encouragement is you can do it. Your child, I tell young people, you can do it. They tell me, Yemi, I can't do this thing. I tell them, you can do it. When you put your mind to it, you can do it. The number 9 thing you should say to a child to encourage him or her is excellent. Excellent. When a child does something, you want to encourage them by saying excellent. You have done wonderfully and excellent work. I'll see you back. A quick recap. I have been chatting and ranting on 40 words or sentences you can say to encourage children and young people. Now I'm on number 10. Number 10, you can say to a child, I believe in you. Let a child know that you believe in him or her. If you have children, you have young people, tell them, let them know, I believe in you. That builds confidence in them, right? Now, number 11. Always say to a child, I like your creativity. I love your creativity. A child wants to hear from you that you love what they are doing. Tell that child or that young person, I love your creativity. I do that a lot. When I'm having sessions with young people, I tell them, I love your creativity. You are so creative. Tell a child that. That's number 11. Tell your child, I love your creativity. Right? Now, number 12. Tell a child or young person, don't be afraid to take risk. Let your child take risk. Don't be afraid of taking risk. A calculative risk is very important for a young person to take risk. They need to learn. They need to make mistakes. They need to take that risk for them to learn. That's number 12. Coming back soon. Number 16 positive words you could say to young people is, I knew you could work it out. I knew you would work it out. I know you will figure it out. I know you will do it better. You understand? When a child has been struggling with something, he's trying to find a solution to a puzzle, he's trying to find a solution to a problem, and eventually the child found it out. It's only very, very wise to tell the child, I knew you could figure it out. When you take your time to do it, you can figure it out. I knew you do that. Good job, boy, good job, girl. Always tell the child that. You see, when you tell the child that, next time the child would go extra miles. It will go extra mile to make sure that it solves the puzzle to a problem. It's very important. Always tell the child, I knew you will figure it out if they eventually find a solution. These are the words that I use to encourage young people. 40 positive things you can say to young people. I'm on number 17th, right? The 17th positive word that you can say to a young person is, you can make the difference. You can make a difference. You need to tell young people, you need to tell your child that he or she can make the difference. Children are so unique. They are unique in different ways. They are not the same. But I used to tell young people that with your uniqueness, you can make the difference. So as a person, as a mother, as a parent, always tell your young person or your children, you can make the difference. All right? We can't all be the same. Somebody must be different. You can make the difference. Number 18, positive things to say to young people is embrace challenges. Young people have the mind and the capacity for them to be able to solve tough issues. Tell a young person to embrace challenges. Don't run away from the challenge. Tell your child, tell young people to embrace challenge. Let them go for the hard ones and make something out of tough situation. Embrace challenges. Number 19. I'm on number 19. 19th word or things that you say to a young person is, I am proud of you. Always tell your young child, I am proud of you. When your child does something good, just give them the reaffirmation. Tell them you are proud of them. I used to do that a lot with the young people. I said, well done, I am proud of you. Number 20, positive things you can say to young people and children. Tell your children, tell a young person that you are the best. They want to know that they are the best. That brings out the best in them when they realize that they are the best, irrespective of who they are and what weaknesses they possess. Tell them you are the best. Tell that boy you are the best. And tell that girl you are the best. 20th. Number 21 of the 40 positive things you can say to children and young people. Respect. Respect. Tell young people to be respectful. Teach your children how to respect others. I used to tell young people in my sessions, I tell them that if you don't respect people, people will not respect you. So you need to respect. Respect is reciprocal. When you respect somebody, they will respect you. Teach your child to be respectful. Then number 22, show love. Tell your child to show love to your neighbors, to show love to their friends. Look, love is very essential. It's an essential part of human being. Children should learn how to show love and care. Tell them you should show love to your friends. See you. Bye. Later. See you later. Number 23 of the 40 positive things you can say to young people to encourage positive behavior. Now, in my session with young people, I tell them, be considerate. Mothers, parents, always tell your children to be considerate. Now, I tell them, I said, the fact that you can do something perfectly well doesn't mean that somebody else can do the same. You have to be considerate. Take into consideration other people's weakness. Tell young people, tell your children to be considerate always. Number 24 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people in my section, which I think you should also say to your child or to a young person, and that is, you have made progress today, especially when you have given a task to a young person to do. If they make progress on a daily basis, tell them you have made a good progress today. I do that a lot, especially when I give young people the task to complete, and the task takes like days, maybe 2-3 days to complete. And every day when they make progress, you tell them, I tell them, well done, you have made good progress today. I think it's something you should do. You should do, always tell your child what progress they have made. Number 25 positive things you have to say to young people to encourage a positive behavior. This is what I do. Always tell young people and children to be very active. Tell them be active, especially in this recent years that social media, phones, iPad, devices have taken their time. They spend their hours upon hours on devices, which is not healthy. Tell young people, tell your children, be active. All right, number 26 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior, and that is, tell young people, tell your children to be nice to people. Tell them to be nice to other people around them, nice to your neighbor, nice to your friends, nice to your peers, yeah? Nice to other family members. Sometimes young people can be so nasty. I work with young people and sometimes they can be so nasty, but I keep telling them you need to be nice to people. When you are nice to people, then they are nice to you in return. So when they understand that they can only get what they have given, then they have to adopt that character. So tell young people, tell your children to be nice to everyone around them. Number 26. Still on the matter, 40 positive things you can say to young people to encourage positive behavior. Number 27 today. Always say to a child that I can see that you've learned from this. Especially when the child has been on an activity or doing something, there has been mistakes upon mistakes, and eventually the child, end of the day, found the solution. Now, it is important for you as a parent, as a mother, to say, oh, I can see that you've learned from this. It's very important. Let them realize that they've learned from that experience, and ask them, what have you learned from it? All right, that's number 27. 28, talking to young people is work together. It's very important for young people to work together. It's very important for your child to work together and not to work alone. And that helps them to that helps in making sure that they develop the spirit of team working. You understand? When they are encouraged to work together with other children or with other people, so they build their sense of independency. All right, that's my number 28. I use that, by the way, when I'm having session with young people. I put them in groups to work together, which is brilliant. Number 29, I always tell my young people, superb. When they do something, use that word. What you have done is so superb. It's superb. It's wonderful. Superb is the word. They love that word. So that gives the assurance. Number 30 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior. And that is, always tell young people to have productive friends, right? Young people, they want to have friends because they feel they want to belong. They feel for the sake of having friendship, they want to have friends. For the sake of being in a group, they want to have friends. And due to peer pressure, many of the young people, they go in the wrong group, right? So always tell young people to have friends, but they should have a productive one. Friends that will add value to them. Friends that will make meaning in their lives, right? They tell me, Yemi, this is my friend. I said, is it your friend, right? What value has that person added to you? Have you been bullied? Have you felt low around that person? That person can always tell young people to have productive friends. See? Number 31 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people, right? Always tell your child or your young people that I love you. Tell your child I love you. If you don't tell your child that you love him or her, somebody outside will tell your child that I love you. And because they have never heard that before from somebody telling them that they love him, they would develop attachment to that person. So as a parent, as a mother, as a father, always tell your child, I love you. I love you. Don't allow anyone or somebody else somewhere to tell your child that I love you first. That is the responsibility of a parent to tell their children, I love you. Let them hear it first from you, and they will fall in love with you. They will fall in love with whatever you ask them to do. They will not rebel because they know that you are telling them, I love you. So that is number 31. Positive things you have to say to children and young people. Alright? Thank you. Number 32 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people in my section. And this is to encourage a positive behavior. Alright? Always tell young people, do your best. Do your best. Especially when you have given them an assignment or they were given a task to do or something they are struggling with. Alright? Just tell them, do your best and leave the rest. Now, you give them the option of putting their best efforts to get the best out of it. So it's not necessary they finish it. Tell them, just do what you can do and then leave the rest. So they will be very happy to do the best they can do out of that activity. So there is no need to struggle. There is no need to force a child to actually complete a task. Let them do their best and then support them in doing the rest. Yeah. Number 33 words, positive words that you can say to young people and children to encourage a positive behavior is always tell young people to avoid waste. Waste of resources, waste of materials, waste of food, waste of water. Tell young people to avoid waste as much as possible. When I'm having session, I tell them, take what you need. Don't take excess. So let children know that you take what you need per time. If you need more, you can come back for more. But for the first instance, you need to take what you need. Let your children know that they need to learn how to manage stuff, how to manage resources, how to be responsible when it comes to management. All right? Avoid waste. 33. Number 34 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior. And that is, always tell young people to be determined. Right? Tell them to be determined. Now, when I'm having career section with young people, I ask them, I say, what do you want to study in the uni? What do you want to become? What would you like to do? Where do you see yourself in the future? They tell me, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. And I say, oh, I'm not sure I can make it, I'm not sure I can do it, but I would love to be that. I tell them, say, you've got to be determined. You got to go for your goals. You got to be willing to achieve your dreams. So as a mother, as a father, as a parent, always tell your children to be determined. They can do it. They can get there. They can achieve what they want. They can achieve their dreams. Number 35 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people in my section, and that is, tell young people to be supportive. They should be supportive to others. They should learn to help others. They should learn to be their brothers or sisters keepers. They should learn to support one another. Yeah, number 36 of the 40 positive words that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior, and that is, always tell young people to be careful. Tell them to be careful, especially when you have given them a task to do. You give them something to do. Always tell them, girl, be careful. All right. So when you tell them to be careful, they have this sense of feelings that you are concerned for their health. That you are concerned. You don't just give them something to do. You don't just engage them, but you are concerned for their safety. So when you give a child a task to do, always tell them, be careful. I tell them in my section, when they are doing something, I say, look, be careful, girl. You don't hurt yourself. All right? So always tell young people to be careful. That's number 36. Number 37 of the 40 positive things you can say to young people to encourage a positive behavior, and that is, you can do better. Always encourage your child, encourage young people to do better. You can do better, especially if the child is a very intelligent child and the result he or she brought to the house is below the standard of the child. Encourage the child and tell him or her, you can do better. Even if they perform at the highest peak, always tell them you can do better. They can do better. That will help them to dig in deeper and put a better effort into what they do so that they can get a better performance. You can do better. Hey, 40 positive things you can say to young people to encourage positive behavior. And today I'm going to just talk about the 40, the last. And that is, tell young people to work smarter and to work harder in their smart work. Now, this is for the older age. If you have children that are from the age of 15 to like 24, 25, 26, I still consider 24 years to be a young adult, right? Tell young adults to work smarter and work harder in that working smart. Now, it is not all about hard work. You understand? You don't have to work too hard, but you can work too smart. So tell young people to work smarter and then work harder in the smart working. Tell them. Number 40 of the 40 positive things you can say to encourage positive behavior in young people. Number 38 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior, and that is, tell a child this is a great effort. When a child has taken time, energy and strength to do a particular task or a particular activity, or he has done something good, you see that this is the creativity of the child. Tell the child this is a great effort. Let the child know that you really acknowledge the great work as a parent, right? Don't just castigate the work. Don't just say, no, it's not fine. No, it's not good. No, this is not as good as before. Just tell the child, this is a great work. When you tell a child that, or a young person, they are encouraged to do more. They are not discouraged to develop. They are not discouraged to grow. So they grow more. So tell a child, this is a great effort. Number 39 of the 40 positive things that I say to young people to encourage positive behavior, and that is always tell a child, wow, this is brilliant. Children and young people want to know that their work wow their parents, their work wow people. You know, when a child does something, I say, wow, this is brilliant. They are encouraged. Sometimes they want to show off their work. They say, oh, Yemi, see what I've done. I just think, wow, this is brilliant. You're so good. And I think as a parent, you need to always say that to your child. When your child or young people are doing well, or they did something very, very nice, oh, just say, wow, this is brilliant. Let the expression show on your face. Let the child know that this work that he or she has done really, really wow you. Wow, this is brilliant. You can, when you do that, you just look at the expression on the face of the child. It's encouraging. Wow, this is brilliant. It's encouraging to the child. The child wants to do more. The child wants to go deeper. The child wants to make sure that it satisfies you as a parent. So 39, always say to young people, wow, this is brilliant.